Hello everyone and welcome to the Chapter 52 review, Just the Two of Us. The chapter begins with a small little flashback of Hiyuki talking about how the Hishaku have been moving recently, and how they've always been one step behind due to them being very secretive and staying out of the picture when they're performing their actions. Also, since Hiyuki's in the chapter, it's 10 out of 10 already, you already know. We then cut to the battle between Chihiro and Hirohiku, where we start to learn a bit more about Hirohiku's past. We learned that he first started killing when he was 3 years old, which means we can probably assume that the Hishaku raised child soldiers, which works really well with my Hiyuku theory that I bring up every time I talk about this. And he also says that him and Chihiro could be friends, which pisses Chihiro off about the same level as when Sojo was saying he knew his father better than him. After that, the anti-Enten special force begins to attack Chihiro. And Hirohiku uses some sort of paper sorcery to teleport. He teleports in front of a theater where we don't get the name of the show, but it's about the hero Sasuke defeating the Black Ogre at the end of the story to get his family back and return peace to the island. And of course, Hirohiku calls it boring. We also see that when Hirohiku was pushed out of the train, he was just straight up stabbed. I was kind of debating if he got stabbed there or it was more of a cut with the clothing, but no, he was just straight up stabbed. As Chihiro fights the anti-Enten force, we learn that Hirohiku can actually see through his paper creations. Well, we see it as the butterfly, but we can assume it's the rest of his paper creations as well. And we get some more exposition about how the Dentenseki weapon, where its power is really relative to how strong the user is. So like Tenri with the Dentenseki would be way above any of the random soldiers we saw Samura fight with the Dentenseki. And as Chihiro fights the rest of the anti-Enten special force, he kills all three of them in one kind of spin attack with all their bodies falling at the same time, and one dude's head landing right at his foot, which I guess we can assume that guy was the Kaizane of the group. And the chapter comes to an end with the two of them facing off each other, and Hirohiku kind of having this moment that's really similar to Mahito from Jujutsu Kaisen, claiming that him and Yuji are the same. So overall, I'd have to give this chapter a 10 out of 10 once again, because just like Sojo and Kyora's introduction, this is giving me a really great idea of what role Hirohiku as a villain will play. I do believe he's going to be a kind of a counter to Chihiro, whereas Chihiro believes he kills for a just cause, Hirohiku kills aimlessly and for the fun of it. My prediction for the next chapter is it's probably going to cut back to the other sword bearers fighting against the Dentenseki army that's basically been attacking their temple, and hopefully we'll get to see Hakuri now back to full health. But I think it's going to be a few more chapters before that 30 minutes is up. I also hope that Hirohiku has some sort of paper sorcery so he can do that paper barrage that Conan did against Obito and Naruto. And that's all I got to say for this chapter. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in my How Strong is Hiyuki video.